First game day, Corvallis, Washington at Oregon State. The line opened at Washington -1, but that is not where it sits. The market has moved it to Oregon State -2. That's right. In Corvallis, the Beavs are favored against an undefeated Washington Huskies team. Is this a situation where the wrong team is favored?
I mean, the team was favored the first time, and then it moved. I get it. Like, you all went on the road. You have no idea. Washington has been trending down. Oregon State's been playing really good football. They lost to a super hot Arizona team, I believe, on the road there. Like, that. This is a really good team with good wins over Utah, UCLA, at Colorado, Arizona's tough loss. But like, the meat and potatoes of their schedule, we talked about it all year, was going to be all right, week 12, week 13, Washington, and then at Oregon, right? By the way, Oregon State still controls its destiny, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
For conference, they still control their own destiny as long as, I guess, Arizona has to lose, which is kind of crazy. But there'd be a three-way tie there. Who knows how that's going to shake out with Pac-12. But regardless, though, this means everything. For Jonathan Smith, for Corvallis, for Oregon State, leaving the Pac-12. Wouldn't it be awesome to send out Washington and Oregon, two teams going to the Big Ten with a loss there?
Yeah, and one of the teams that's getting screwed in all this is Oregon State.
Exactly.
How gigantic of a middle finger would that be if they go out, win these last two games, find themselves in the Pac-12 championship, and then win it?
And prevent the Pac-12 from making the college football playoff.
And
Giving one last spite
the
to the conference that
self-destructing.
abandoned them.
Exactly. That would be a gigantic middle finger. And with that being said, I am on the Beavers. The Oregon State Beavers. Look, this offensive line, Washington's defensive line, and their defense in general has been very questionable. Very, very, very questionable. This Oregon State secondary, I will admit, is a little bit questionable. Can they just make enough plays? Can they make enough plays? Can they control the line of scrimmage? Because also, too, Washington's last couple of weeks, we've seen, like, when things aren't going right in the pass game, they've been able to run the ball as well at times. I don't think Washington can run on this Oregon State team. I do think Damian Martinez, I mean, for a guy that gets snubbed of every touchdown ever by Deshaun Fenwick and DJ in the red zone, that dude was explosive last week. It was against Stanford. I don't care. This is Damian Martinez's game. It's his game to win. I love Deshaun Fenwick too. He's been actually way better this year than I anticipated. But give me these Beavs at home where they have been lights out all year.
Okay. I love it. I love it for you, not for me. I love it. I'm going to take Washington. I've been riding them with all year. Us too. You're going to give me a couple points, whatever. I'll take the money line. I'll take, plus odds on that. I just think this team's on a mission. And I would not argue that Oregon State's also on a mission. I just think Washington is a team on a mission that's more talented. Right. I love the coaching staff for Oregon State. I love the makeup of the team. I love the running game. I love the defensive line, front seven. Like, I love all that. You mentioned it, though. That secondary scares me. Roma Dunze, Jalen Polk, those guys can feast. And guess what? Like, we saw this in big games. You've seen LSU, right? And I'm not comparing this secondary to LSU. That's a totally separate thing. But, like, Alabama and a lot of other teams, like, get right against that defense and that secondary. It's such a liability in today's college football. With the passing, with the explosive plays downfield. I think Michael Penix does enough. I know they've been, I wouldn't say trending. People have been saying trending down, okay? I wouldn't say that. I think they played really good football against USC. I think they played really good football against Utah. They took Utah's best punch. In the second half, Utah gave everything it had, right? Kyle Whittingham, just Bryson Barnes gave one last final punch to try to knock you out, and you stood there and you took it. I get it. You're at home, whatever. But you responded in the second half. You played great defense. You got stops when you needed to, and then you moved the ball. You ran the ball effectively. You mentioned it, though. Oregon State's got a good front seven. I think Dylan Johnson.
I think it's good enough.
It's the strength of their defense, right? Like, you're gonna want to attack their secondary, but also, like, Oregon State knows that, and I don't think they want Michael Penix and Polk and Adunze to, like, run all over them. I think they're gonna help their secondary out with, like, blitzes or different run stunts or passing stunts, whatever else. Like, you're going to leave yourself either susceptible to a big play or to like 7-8 yards in run game every play, right? And I think that's where Washington, I trust that offense and Michael Penix to be surgical, to go down long drives, run the football, take care of the football, and an opportunistic secondary. You mentioned it, just have to make a couple plays. I don't think Michael Penix lets them. I think they go on the road and they get a win. But you mentioned it though. Wouldn't it be awesome? Jonathan Smith, right? First of all, like there's all these coaching, Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M, right? Like Mississippi State's open, a bunch of other places are going to open. Like Jonathan Smith is going to be in a lot of those coaching things, but I think he loves Corvallis. I think he loves it. I think he's a really good coach, and if he wins this game, he's going to be right at the top of so many fan bases and athletic directors, list for potential candidates. But if I'm Oregon State, I'm trying to hold on to him. Right, hold on what you can. Pac-12, it's falling apart. Don't let you guys fall apart.
Yeah, I'm interested to see because this was the market moved this, right? So people obviously believe that Oregon State can win this football game. The guys in the comments, let us know. Are more of you confident in Oregon State like I am, or are more of you confident in Washington? Because it feels like I feel like I'm a bit on an island on this one, but yet the market moved in my favor. So I don't know. Feels really weird.
The question for you here, though, DJ, you're picking Oregon State, and that means you're picking DJ. I know you mentioned Martinez, right, in that O-line, really good players, but DJ is going to have to make some plays. And well, on no means has Washington's defense been perfect or flawless. DJ can be got in big games against somewhat opportunistic defenses, right? Like, I know he's at home. How do you feel? Does that make you nervous?
He hasn't been got at home this year.
That's not crazy.
That's the thing. If this was a road game, if this is in Husky Stadium, you're clearly taking Washington, I think.
Well, yeah.
But I think the magic of Corvallis, the Fighting Beavs.
Night game. Well, it'll be 4:30 local time, I guess.
Yeah. But come on. Prime time, baby. I love it.
I will say it's going to be nice weather out there. 51 degrees. Like, you can't ask for much better in Tuesday in November, mid-November in Corvallis. But I don't know, man. To be fair, I'll be honest. I hope you're right. For the chaos of college football, for Oregon State, for Jonathan Smith, I hope you're right.